Hey guys, what's up? Ivo Rainbow McLean for live. Once again, I'm back for another review in Kurt Russell, but this is gonna be my final review for Kurt Russell because yeah, I'm gonna stop for the movie reviews here because this is the final film that I own from him. I don't have other films. But yeah, the movie that I'm talking about is actually Born Tomahawk, which was released in 2015, October 1st, Film Festival, and later in the US, October 23rd. And yeah, and this is the back. And this is the disc, but it has the original poster art. Was written and directed by S. Craig Zechler or Zeichler probably. This is one of the films that is not rated. It's a western and a horror slasher film, and a really brutal. It's really horror slasher film. In my opinion, it's one of the best western movies in the past 15 years. And yeah, Kurt Russell once again, he's a gunslinger, and it's still not good as Tombstone, but still up there. Yes, this is actually one of my favorite Kurt Russell films that he actually did. And S. Craig Zechler, he wrote the screenplay back in 2007, and this is actually the first time he reviewed and was the first written. It was actually the first movie that he directed. His directed about, and it was really brutal. And I have enjoyed this film. One of my top 10 favorite Western films. The greatest one, no. The best one, yeah, it's one of the best Kurt Russell films in my opinion. And my top 10 favorite Western films. Now, top 3 you already know is actually Sergio Leone's Dollar Trilogy, The Man with No Name, but The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is my favorite. The second one will be A Fistful of Dollars. The third one will be a few dollars more. Number 4 is Kurt Russell's Tombstone. It's also my fourth favorite Kurt Russell film now. The fifth one will be The Quick and the Dead. Number 6, 7, and 8 will have been High Plains Drifter, Pele Rider, and Unforgiven. Number 9 will be Young Guns, and number 10 will be this movie. Now, I don't have top 10 Kurt Russell films because I haven't seen a lot of his movies. This is the only one that I owned that I reviewed. I would say Breakdown from 1997 is one of my favorite movies that he did. But I don't have top 10. I don't have the 10th movie because my top 5. My favorite is Tango Cash. My second favorite is Big Trouble Little China. Number 3 is John Carter's The Thing. Number 4 is Tombstone. Number 5 is Unlawful Entry. Number 6 and 7 is Escape from LA, Escape from New York. I'll probably put number 8 as Breakdown, even though I don't have that film, maybe one in a row. And of course, number 9, I'll go with Boone Tomahawk. I don't know what will be number 10. Probably Furious 7. I haven't seen Stargate. I haven't watched any of the episodes at all, and I don't remember much about Stargate at all. But probably I'll put Furious 7 number 10 if I do Kurt Russell reviews. Kurt Russell top 10. Even though I haven't reviewed Breakdown yet, I don't have that movie. But I enjoy Boone Tomahawk a lot. This is a horror slasher western film in the old west, which is set back in 19th century, probably 1800. I don't know which year it's set. This movie, but it's a horror slasher film. So two poachers. One of them is Sid Haig and David Arquette. They're actually two robbers and poachers. They were murdering and killing people while they're sleeping. They actually go to this canyon of Native American cannibalistic clan, and they actually decriminate their cemetery. And that enrages, which with those cannibals went and killed Buddy, played by Sid Haig, rest in peace. And They later get as Purvis escapes. He shows up in small town Bright Hope, and one of the deputies, for the sheriff, um, Deputy Chicory, played by Richard Jenkins, noticed that something's wrong with the stranger, so he calls sheriff for help, and sheriff goes with him, and turns out that deputy was right. And when this poacher tries to escape, sheriff shoots him the leg. While they call, the doctor, Samantha O'Dwyer, she's a doctor. They called her, and sheriff notifies her husband that she's gonna be late. So Samantha, she goes to make sure to heal the guy's wound. And turns out, this poacher, the stranger, the suspect, he has a fever. She has to calm him down, because she's a doctor. And at night, this cannibalistic, this group of cannibal savages, they actually murder people, and they kidnap those three people. They kidnap Samantha, Deputy Nick from sheriff, and of course they kidnap. They go and they kidnap the stranger, this poacher. Purvis. It actually was Purvis. He wasn't. He said his name was Buddy, but it wasn't Buddy. So now 4 gunslingers, they actually decide to get back. To save. They go in a rescue mission, and they're trying to save these people. And this movie then shows their actually journey through the in 3 days. Which they're all 4. They actually ride with the horses. And they go through this wasteland, in the forgotten wasteland, and of course that's Sheriff Franklin Hunt. He goes, to try to rescue mission. Arthur O'Dwyer, played by Patrick Wilson, he has a broken leg, and of course Deputy Chicory, and of course John Bruder. He killed a few Indians. He goes with them, so they go on the journey, and of course deputy, and of course we see Arthur Dwyer, how he has a painful leg, and everything I saw in this movie to me felt realistic, because when Sheriff Franklin Hunt asked, hope it's not gangrene. Because my mom used to get sick with gangrene, and they actually amputated and cut her leg, and that's what outraged they went, and it outraged with the morphine, outraged her heart, and she died. She died in a hospital, and I was notified that, and I didn't even see my mom. I couldn't even say goodbye. I couldn't say anything. And to me, how Patrick Wilson's character was struggling, that was realistic in my opinion, and they really did a good job, and yeah, and of course, tonight they actually meets these Mexican greasers, and of course, John Bruder goes and shoots those 2 guys, and during the night, they woke up, Arthur Dwyer sees that John, he's actually been attacked. They actually he shoots the guy, and it turns out that those Mexican gurisas, they were also poachers. They actually stole the horses for them, so they actually walk, and because Arthur keeps struggling, they put him 4 stones, while he's behind them. So now these trio, they all go, in the ambush by those cannibals. And of course, Sheriff Franklin Hunt shoots and kills those 2 guys, but he and his deputy, they both got captured. And of course, John Bruder gets wounded. I think he kills one of those cannibal savages, but he gets killed. They go to this cave. They actually now captured. Both of them are captured in this cave. They found Samantha, and of course, Deputy Nick. They found Deputy Nick, and of course, Deputy Nick tells them that the guy, he was a poacher, he was a murderer and a thief. He was killing while people were sleeping at night, and he was gambling. They actually said, Samantha said that they eat him, and yeah, and so that actually happened. And you see, how the savages brutal Nick, they goes and cuts him open, and then they eat him, they cut him open. It was really brutal, shocking. And of course, Sheriff says you're gonna be avenged. The cavalry is coming. Of course, the cavalry did not come at all. But yeah, they actually. But in the meantime, then the movie shows the struggle of Arthur Dwyer, who keeps crawling and he shoots, all those savages in the self-defense. He uses that whistle. He whistles, so the guy shows up. He kills them. And of course, Sheriff Hunt tries to poison the leader. The leader starts drinking that from that bottle, and he finds out, that he tried to murder him, tried to poison him. He grabs, the sheriff, goes and he keeps punching him, he goes and he wounds him with that sharp object, from the bones that they from the skeleton bones, that sharp object, like a long sharp object, and he goes, and hits by Kurt Russell's stomach, and then he tries to shoots him the leg, actually in the arm. He shoots him with a rifle in the arm. Then he starts to shoot him in his dick, but he forgot to reload. He reloads the gun, shoots him in the stomach. In that time, Sheriff gets pissed. He grabs that sharp object and goes and hits. The leader, and goes and cuts his fingers, and then he goes and decapitates it. He goes and cuts his goddamn head off, which was a badass. And Sheriff, yeah, he killed, 4 Indians like a badass he is. He went and killed 4 of them, and and that time Arthur shows up, shoots those 3 Indians, saves his wife, saves Deputy, but Sheriff can't survive anymore, so he gives him a rifle. They'll leave him, and that time we heard 3 shots, which 3 men probably alive, And meantime, Deputy Chikori, Arthur, and Samantha, they leave, and she says, I'll actually, will give you a kiss, but you have that thing in the whistles, that thing in the mouth. So he uses the water, and he flashes his mouth, and then they kiss, and the movie, of course, ends with 3 shots, and that was it, But it was kind of a badass movie, Still, the sheriff, he actually, just like in John Carpenter's The Thing, he stays alive on the end, but he still fights in the end, and that's just what I love, especially in the back, just love that, Shockingly brutal, which I agree. I really love this film, Boone Tomahawk, definitely one of Kurt Russell's best films in my opinion. This was released in 2015. There are actually a few Western movies that I would prefer this movie above 3 to 10 to Yuma. I don't like that movie. I think it's overrated. I think this movie is better. I would say Kirk Douglas and James Coburn's Draw from 1984. I would say this movie is better. Young Guns 2. I think this movie is better than Young Guns 2. I have not seen Kevin Costner's Open Range, but I'm not gonna see it. In every movie Kevin Costner was in it. You know what I think. He's over boring. He's over dramatic. All his movies are boring, over dramatic. I'd rather watch this movie. So I'm not gonna watch it at all. There was another Rust is coming, I think, next year with Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin kills people, so no, I think this will be better. There were actually more Western movies, but I don't remember right now which one was already in it. But I'll say that Bone Tomahawk, I'll put Bone Tomahawk above this movie, above every, above actually every Western movie that I think about it. I don't like Young Guns 2 at all. I don't like any of the John Wayne films. John Wayne, he did that movie, I think it was The Searchers. Fuck that movie, can go to hell. All his movies sucked. I don't like John Wayne. Fuck John Wayne. Yeah, I said it. Fuck him. Fuck his movies. I think there were other Western movies that I don't like either. I don't remember Silverado or The Wild Bunch. I don't remember. Fuck John Wayne. I don't like his movies. Comancheros. Fuck Comancheros. I don't like him. I think there were other Western movies, but I don't remember. I don't like 3 to 10 to Juma because Christian Bale dies on the end. So no, I don't like that movie. The rest of the movies I barely fucking remember, except the one that I already said, which are my top 10 films. But this is actually the budget for this movie. Cost $1,800,000. $1,800,000 budget. It earned worldwide $3,082 only. Wikipedia says $481,525,000 that it earned. That's Wikipedia says, but on IMDb the budget is $382,579,000 that it earned the budget. Casting began in October 2014, and Peter Sarsgaard, Timothy Olyphant, and Jennifer Carpenter were all replaced by Patrick Wilson, Matthew Fox, and Lily Simmons. Matthew Fox, he was in Lost as Chirurg Jack. He was my favorite character. I enjoyed the first 4 Lost seasons. The 5th was okay. Season 6 sucked. I hated what they did to my favorite character. But yeah, Matthew Fox stated that he enjoyed working this movie. He wanted to be in westerns, so really good performance by Matthew Fox. Kurt Russell's best performance as Sheriff Franklin Hunt. Catherine Morris from Cold Cases in this movie. She plays Lorna Hunt. She goes and she plays, wife of Kurt Russell. Lily Simmons, she plays wife of Patrick Wilson, and yeah, that's actually her. That's Lily Simmons. She replaces Jennifer Carpenter. She plays Samantha O'Dwyer, wife of Arthur Dwyer. He's a professor. Kurt Russell is a sheriff, And yeah, I really have enjoyed this film a lot, when 4 men, they go, 4 gangsters, they go to the wasteland to fight, the rescue mission, which I love that. Was shot in 21 days, and the cave that was shot from the cave, in the climatic battle, that was also shot. They actually filmed Iron Man 2008, which Tony Stark was captured and escaped from that cave. But yeah, good direction by S. Craig Zahler. Is also a horror slasher film. It's a western film. It's a horror slasher film. It's not rated. And really, I would say, Bone Tomahawk is actually a really entertaining horror slasher film. A really good one. Yeah, a good one. Really good one. Like I said, I'll put above Young Guns 2. I'll put above 310 to Yuma. I'll put this movie above any John Wayne films. I'll put this movie above Open Range with Kevin Costner. I'll put this movie above Silverado because I don't remember nothing about the film. Or Magnificent Seven, I don't like it. I don't remember I did not watch The Hateful Eight because I hated that movie. Django Unchained, I hated that movie. Jamie Foxx hated that piece of shit movie. So I don't care about The Hateful Eight at all. Fuck that movie. And yeah, in my opinion, really one of Kurt Russell's best films. It's just my opinion. Many will disagree, but I enjoy Bone Tomahawk a lot. What else? I'll put this movie about White Earp with Kevin Costner. Yes, this movie is better than White Earp. Fuck you, Kevin Costner, for 3 hours and 11 minutes. Over long. I wasted my money on your goddamn movie. It was 3 hours, over long, 11 minutes, over long, overblown, over dramatic. I lost myself. I barely make it to that goddamn movie. Fuck White Earp. Fuck Kevin Costner, his movies. So yes, this movie is better. Fuck Open Range, his movie. This movie is better. Tombstone is better than White Earp in my opinion. This is only 2 hours, 12 minutes. I enjoyed it. I like it. I enjoy this film. Better than Young Guns 2, definitely. What else? Better than Draw with Kirk Douglas and that James Coburn. Fuck both of them. Fuck that garbage movie. Fuck that piece of shit movie. Better than Apache Woman. I think there was a Italy. The Italy tried to be just like Sergio Leone. They couldn't. There are a bunch of Western movies, but they're not that good as this movie. 310 Trima has a shoot some decent shootouts, but in my opinion, this movie is better. Yeah, that's just me. It's better because it's slasher film. I understand the characters. They actually those Mexican. They're actually just like John Bruder said. They're probably both scouts because it was true. They stole their horse and his horse gets killed. His horse dies and of course John goes and shoots him, because his horse was loyal. But yeah, Bone Tomahawk, I have really enjoyed the film. I thought Lily Simmons, was a babe. There's also a sex scene between her and Patrick Wilson. I don't think they were stunt doubles. She was great. She was a hot babe. She was great in this movie. Her best performance, in my opinion. This was S. Craig Zahler's first direction movie. It's not even rated this movie. But it's still a slasher film. For 2 hours, 12 minutes, I have enjoyed this film. Better than White Earp, better than Kevin Costner's White Earp or even Open Range, And this is the second time Kurt Russell did a Western. The first one was Tombstone. This is the second time that I enjoyed. Back in 2007, he did Death Proof. I didn't like that movie. It was over boring, over long. I watched it for Kurt Russell, but it sucked, that movie. I don't remember any Western since then. Better than Django Unchained, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Better than fucking White Earp. Fuck you, Kevin Costner, for 3 and 11 hours. For 3 hours, 11 minutes. Wasting my time. I actually even paid, to rent that movie from him. Yeah, I paid money for that film. And it was such a letdown and disappointment, Fuck you, Kevin Costner, for that. Fuck Young Guns 2. That actually I want to see. I'm actually really wondering how Young Guns 3 is gonna turn out now since Emilio Estevez is directing. I'm really wondering, But Young Guns 2 sucked. Yeah, it sucked. Young Guns 2. The first one I enjoyed. The first one I really have fun. I enjoyed the first movie. Fuck the Searchers. Fuck John Wayne. Fuck all his movies. Fuck you, John Wayne. I don't give a fuck about your movies. I don't care. I'm not a fan of John Wayne. Never was, never will be. I have not seen The Wild Bunch. I don't care about the film. I don't know if there's any other Western movies that I just don't give a fuck about it. Yes, Unforgiven, I love. I enjoy Unforgiven. I thought Clint Eastwood did a really great job, but I don't remember. I don't remember much about Joe Kidd. Clint Eastwood did, or Two Mules for Sister Sarah. I don't give a fuck about that film. Um, but yeah, but I would say an entertaining, really good one, really good Western slasher film in my opinion. If you haven't seen, you should see this movie. It's a really good one. But yeah, that's my review on Boone Tomahawk. Thanks for watching. Take care. Did you like it? Did you hate the film? I would really like to see a comment down below. What you think about this film. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it that you do. But thanks for watching and take care. I'm out. Peace. Bye bye.